The entire world is a collection of memoranda that she did exist and that I have lost her. This is our story, Tessa's and mine.
Are you all able to gauge what the fans are so fascinated by in those characters? I mean, they follow them with such, avid anticipation.
Their support is extraordinary for the whole thing. I think it all stems from the story Anna's created, because they've all kind of been there with that same passion since, and obviously now we've been lucky enough to bring it to screen. It's just kind of grown, and it still is growing. So yeah, it's crazy. They are amazing.
Excuse me, sir, can you hold the elevator, please? Asswipe! Tessa, welcome to Vance Publishing.
She makes quite the impression. Wow.
Can we talk about your character then just a little bit without, spoiling it for the audience, but obviously they're very familiar with the initial two played by Hira and Josephine. You come and spoil it for the couple.
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, I definitely don't think that Trevor thinks he's spoiling it. I think that he probably thinks he's helping. He's a very professionally minded, kind of upwardly mobile man who's looking to better himself and better his friends' lives and do a lot of good in that way. And so he sees Tessa and kind of becomes fascinated with her, and I think that they share a lot of qualities. But in that way, I don't think he's trying to, mess anything up. I think he only thinks he's trying to improve a situation or helping in a way, and that's kind of who he is. He's in many ways the antithesis of Horton. Pardon, Scott? I didn't peg you as a bad boy type.
Have you guys read a lot of young adult novels when you were younger, and which ones in particular? What makes them so popular?
I'm ashamed to say I haven't read as much as I wish I did when I was, or at least in that space, with a young adult. But yeah, I'm gonna go with John Green and then.
Are you in love with him?
You're never gonna trust me.
Trust you? Where has that ever gotten me?
Yeah, I think if Joe's ashamed of her reading CV, I'm pretty ashamed of mine. I'm not the most avid reader. I think reading a lot of scripts makes you less, but that's actually no excuse for why I didn't read enough growing up. So I need another excuse. Yeah, I should read a lot more. I don't.
I thought that things were getting better, but I don't know how to fix it.
There is no "You're Tessa" anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if I read any young adult novels, maybe outside of the Hunger Games, which I guess you could consider kind of a young adult, which I quite liked, actually. But I read a lot of fantasy novels and horror novels and comics and played a lot of video games, so I'm not necessarily the right one to ask, but my girlfriend is quite the opposite from me, and she watches obsessively all of these types of films and reads all of this type of stuff, and so she's definitely kept me up to speed.
I just remembered, I think I've read the last book of the Hunger Games and the last book of Harry Potter, and only because I saw the films that I wanted to know what happened next.
You only read the last ones?
I know, but it was, because they're great.
That's
books,
masochistic.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
As independent books, and it worked.
Oh, I see. Makes sense.
This thing between you and Hardin, it's not gonna end well.
Whatever our souls are made of,
His and mine are the same.